Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So it is currently Thursday night, what day? June 19th. Happy Juneteenth for those who celebrated Juneteenth. I still had to work. So I went to work, I came home, took me a little nappy, and now I'm here. It is late though. It's around 10:16 p.m. My boyfriend just left. He had to go to work. And I decided, since I've taken off most of this week, that I need to stay up and try to get something done for the market on Saturday. So I am in the process of finishing up my little Yodas, my little aliens. I sold 5 of the 6 that I brought last week, which they did pretty good. So I decided that I'm going to put 5 more out on my table and have another set of 6 and see how well they do tomorrow. So that's what I'm working on right now. I'm currently making the last ear, and I'm going to sew everything on. And then I'm going to attempt to start another giant-sized burger. The burger really does not take that long, so I'm hoping I can get started on that while he's out. I'm going to sew these ears on first and then get started on it. Really big on this market season, like taking my time, like not getting frustrated regarding how much I have. I'm only one person, and I don't have to have a huge stock every week, and that's something I'm okay with. I'm not like these, the farmers who have a limited stock. I can make my stock at any time, and I can make as much as I want and as little as I want. I'm not a person who does not think 2 people who sell the same thing cannot be at the same market. It's possible to be at the same market and make sales. If I can purposely not seem like I'm making the same stuff as somebody, I try not to do that. A lot of the stuff that's like very popular, I don't make anymore, like whales and stuff like that. And actually, I don't make the popular stuff anymore. The only thing I say that's kind of popular that I still make is probably the leggy frogs, and maybe the mushroom boys. But yeah, and love cats. I've only had cats during fall market. I haven't had any for this summer market yet. But I think I am going to go back to making some love cats. That's something new I can put on my table. I'm not on the yarn ban, but I'm really trying not to buy yarn right now. I would much rather use up the yarn that I have. And I still got plenty of yarn. Like, I still got boxes everywhere. Like, most of the stuff in boxes is acrylic yarn or cotton yarn. But I still need to, like, get it out the boxes and see what I can work with. And so, like, I can't do that with all of this yarn on my shelf still. So get rid of this yarn on my shelf would provide yarn for I could be able to buy yarn in the future. Anyway, I just wanted to come in and kind of update you guys because I do not vlog very often. Yeah, I guess enjoy these next few minutes of me sewing these together. Hey guys, so it's Friday, June 20th. I just made it home from work, and as y'all can tell, I did not waste any time getting in my PJs. So yeah, I finished the my boyfriend was trying to tell me the difference between Baby Yoda and Grogu, so I'm very confused. Basically, I finished the Baby Yodas. They're finished yesterday, and I started on the burger, and as y'all can tell, like, already this looks more like a burger than the other one did. My boyfriend said him and some people we know were joking that the other burger was actually a Spam burger because it was pink meat instead of brown meat. So there's that. I do have a list of things that I want to get done today, and it is a lot, but I can definitely get it done if I just like put my mind to it and don't take so long doing other things. So I know I want to do 2 more leggy frogs. I was able to complete 2 before work today, and as y'all can see, I did this one a little bit longer because I think I kind of like the longer look for these. I am rethinking the price. Someone recently, I said, hey, these are $12, and they kind of looked at me funny, so I'm gonna think about changing the prices for these. I do things that are $12 based off of like if I have to sew or if anything takes me as long as if I had sewn, and with these, the legs do take a little bit of time to do, and then I have to go back and sew on the mouth and the eyes, and so that's why I have them priced at $12 right now, because it takes about as much time as my other 12 item stuff. Besides the Baby Yodas, are $12. They take longer than the leggy frogs and the bees. So I don't know. I'm rethinking the price. Not too sure about it right now. Right now, I feel like I'm going to keep them at $12 because they've been selling at $12. If I have a market where, I don't sell one or I haven't sold one in a while, then I'll probably rethink the price. I know I want to do some smaller ones for keychains. I'm probably not going to make it for this week. but I'm probably gonna make them for next week. And I'm actually gonna, next week's gonna be my last market. The first market in July I won't be here because I'm gonna go and see my brother. All right, guys, it is 5:56, so practically 6 o'clock, and I just finished the first koala. Not too sure if I like this pattern. The white stripes on the belly are positioned so awkwardly, so I don't think I'm gonna use this pattern after this week. I don't like it too much. So I'm probably going to go ahead. I'm gonna make the 4 for this week that I wanted to make, and yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use this pattern again. I'm gonna try to find another one. I'm not pleased with it. I'm gonna finish it and see if like my mind changes after I do like the ears and everything, but so far I'm really not that big of a fan. And the one thing I can say about it, it's no-sew, and it works up pretty fast. I think I've only been working on it for maybe 30 minutes, so I think you can whip these out even with like the color changes in about 30 to 40 minutes. So that's a good thing about this pattern. Okay, guys, so update. This is how he looks completely finished. The freaking baubles is weird. I think I made his ears a little crooked to the rest of his body. And of course, following the pattern for the white patches is uncomfortable. So I don't know if I'm going to do any more with the white patches. I'm probably going to attempt to like figure out a way to make them look better because I just don't like that. But yeah, this was the first one. Let's see how the rest turn out. All right, guys, it is currently 10:18 and I just finished the hamburger. I did all 4 koalas and the hamburger's done. He definitely looks more like a burger than the other one I had. So, and he's a little bit smaller because I used the hook that was actually with the pattern this time. I think I sized the hook up last time on accident. So he's a little bit smaller, not a lot, but I noticed a difference. I did want to attempt to do some stress blobs, some fidget blobs, and with it being so late and I'm sore, I think I just need to call it. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to listen to my body and I'm going to find a stopping point for the night. I specifically wanted to get this guy done because ever since cross tie, I've noticed that the giant plushies tend to draw people into my booth. So most people with cross tie, because I auctioned off the giant frog at cross tie. So they saw the giant lion while I was setting up, and a lot of people came and, got those things first. So that's why I'm like trying to make sure I have at least my giant stuff so that I can draw people into my booth. Yeah, we're almost halfway through this summer market season. And I guess I'll start preparing for Oktoberfest is the next big market after July. All right, guys. And then here's the aftermath. It is Monday, currently Monday, June 23rd. So I just sat down and figured out what all I want to do as far as like what I want to bring for this coming week. And what I've been noticing is that, yes, I have still been very blessed that most of my stuff has been gone each week, but I don't want to get complacent and not have anything new. So this week I'm planning on doing some things that I haven't done before, which would require me to actually come home every day, and instead of doing my relaxing nap, I would need to focus on crocheting, and that's completely doable. I just have to keep my mind focused. Yeah, but remember I had so many patterns that I wanted to try for cross tie. One of those patterns was a hot dog, like an actual dog in a hot dog bun. I bought it, haven't made it, don't know if it's market friendly, but I'm planning on making that at some point this week. Today my focus is going to be on leggy frogs, so to keep me from spending all night on just leggy frogs, I'm only going to do 4 leggy frogs for now for the weekend, and then I will do at least 4 leggy frog keychains. That's going to be the new thing that I have. I haven't had leggy frog keychains before, so I do plan on today making just my 4 big leggy frogs, my 4 small leggy frogs, and I'm thinking about, if I can, popping out my 3 pickles tonight. If I can get all of that done tonight, great, that would be lovely. So far yesterday I got started on leggy frogs yesterday. I took another weekend off. I've been fighting being tired a lot. So yesterday I only got 1 leggy frog started, and this is all the pink I have. Like, this is all that was left, so I don't have enough for another one. I'm currently working on purple. I think I'm going to do 2 purple and then do maybe 1 green, maybe 2 green. And I know that's going to take me into 5 leggy frogs, but my leggy frogs went fast this past weekend. Like, they were one of the first things that went. And I think next after that was really my koalas. The koalas did really well. The yarn that I was making for koalas was that Bernat gray. This is all that I have left, so I can probably only do 2 koalas out of this gray. So I'm gonna try to figure out however many I can get. I'm gonna do, and then I'm gonna find something else to make. If I can't pop out 4 koalas, I'm gonna do however many I can, and we'll see how that goes. So yeah, I have a a small differentiation of what I normally have planned to take to the market. I'm going to bring back my tank turtles. I'm going to try to do some actual sea turtles at some point. This is all contingent upon how fast I can get everything else done. So things that people haven't seen before, I want to go ahead and get those done first, and then I'll move on to like the turtles if I have time. I do not have yellow for bees. The only yellow I have is these 2 rolls. All right, guys, so it's Wednesday, June 25th, and we have how many days until the market? 3? Thursday, Friday, Saturday? Well, yeah, Thursday, Friday. Today, Thursday, Friday, and then market day is Saturday. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to keep working, see how far I can get tonight, and I will hopefully come back and be able to be like, oh, I got so much done. All right, guys, so it is currently 10:19, and I've made 4 of these little guys. These are the wieners for the hot dogs. So I've made just the hot dogs, and I need to make their bun and then decorate them. I've already put them in my tote, but I've stuffed, sewn together, and put the faces on all the leggy frogs. This is my first start to a Baby Yoda, and I have another one, so I'm not going to finish that tonight. But that's all I got done tonight. It doesn't seem like much, but it has been a whole lot more than what I have done. This week's list of plushies have a lot of pieces that I have to make, and I did not take that into consideration when I have set off for the past 4 days. So yeah, probably tomorrow night I'm going to try to stay up a little bit longer, and I know for sure I'm probably going to end up staying up on Friday night. I'm going to call it a night, so because tomorrow's my last long day at work, and I do want to make sure I have enough sleep, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up tonight, and clean up the house real quick. Hey guys, so it is Friday, June 27th. So I'm off work. I went to the doctor, got my labs and stuff checked, so waiting on that to come back in, but everything's good as far as today. Yesterday, got no work done. I got this far on a dragon, and I only did that at around 10 o'clock. I had a very long day yesterday, very mentally draining, and I just really came home, ate, and passed out. I did not wake up until right at 10 o'clock. So I got nothing done yesterday. So today, I have to try to get a lot done. I was at the doctor's office, and they were slow, but I managed to finish my 2 pickles. So I have in total now, I've made 3 pickles. The other one's right here. I've made my 3 pickles, so I have 4 pickles in total for this week. I have made 2. Oh my gosh, your eyes look crooked. So I made 2 of these little guys, and I'm contemplating whether or not I want to put a mouth on them, but these are going to be the keychain leggy frogs. So I made 2 of these. I'm going to make 2 more at some point today, but I'm trying to decide what I want to start on next. I do still have to make 4 Yodas and 4 koalas, 4 stress blobs, and my mushroom poppets, and that's a lot. And not to mention that dragon, if I wanted to finish that. So that is a lot to try to crochet in one day. And then these little hot dogs still need their buns and their ears put on them. All of this is very small, very tedious work, and it's going to take a minute. So I'm contemplating what to work on and what I should drop. The important thing for this week is just to make sure I have a little bit of variety, a little bit of different things, small things that people can easily come and pick up. It's very important to me to get the stress blobs out because I really did want to debut these this summer, and so far we are 3 weeks in and I haven't made any, so I'm very heartbroken about that. So I really want to get some done today. So right now I think my mindset is get the Yodas to the point where all I have left on those are the ears. And I only have 1 starter Yoda, so I have to do 3 more starters and do the gray color, and it's a lot of crocheting. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all done. So all right, so it is 4:12, and let's just say I've only gotten 3 to this point so far. So I got 1 more to do, and then I still got to make their ears, but I'm going to move on to something else so that I can keep going, because I really do want to have either some mushrooms or some stress blobs for tomorrow. It's still pretty early in the afternoon. It's 4 o'clock, so I'm not completely like freaking out right now, but yeah, time is definitely moving or winding down. I've moved everything to the living room so that I can load up the car when my boyfriend gets home. Oopsie. But that's about it. Oh, I didn't show y'all these other things I got. I want to try and make a few of those. So I don't know. I'm probably going to recalculate a few things and see how things would turn out if I take off some of the things I had planned to do, because I just don't think I have time for all of it. And I kind of, with everything that I have going on tonight, I kind of want to enjoy my night and not stress too much about getting stuff done. All right, so it's 5:46, and I've started making the hot dog buns for the little hot doggies. but I got 2 more to make. So, and then I need to do their ears, and I can sew everything, including the little mustard and ketchup on them. So in about probably another hour or 2, I should have these done, which means I'm probably running out of time to get either the stress blobs done or the mushroom poppets or more keychains. So I'm at a loss. I don't know what to do. I really do want to do the stress blobs, so I think instead of doing the mushroom poppets, I'm going to do the stress blobs. I think that makes more sense because I really want those to be done. I don't know. My sister hasn't made it, but she's planning. She might be here probably around 8. So I still have plenty of time, but I have to take a break to eat. Anyway, I wanted to come on and show you guys my new recent purchase on Amazon. So I got some more of these, I call them focal beads. I don't know what they're really called, but these have more, like you see that has that Hello Kitty in there. So these just have more things like a hot dog, Dory. Can't see her, she's right there. So they just have more characters and everything in it. I also got some for all my Christian people. I got some that says Jesus or faith on them. I think this one says Jesus. I don't know if you can tell. It says Jesus. And then some are just plain crosses, but like they're decorative. I plan on making keychains. Like this one is kind of like cow print, so that's cute. I plan on making keychains at some point tonight too. It does not take long to do keychains, but it's just the fact that I need time to sit down. I'll have to like bag them once I'm done with them. And that takes a lot of time too. So yeah. So yep, that's all I'm planning on doing tonight. So I think I'm gonna just nix the mushroom poppets and probably just do the stress blobs and then make some keychains and probably call it a night. That way I don't have to stress too much about stuff. I don't have much compared to like the past weeks I've been going, but you know, I have enough still. So I'm going to go eat dinner and then get back to it afterwards. Okay, quick update. It is 7:30. 7:30. I just finished the last little wiener hot dog. These guys are absolutely so cute. They're no sew, well, low sew, because you do have to sew the bun, but that's the only sewing you really have to do, and then embroider the little zigzags. I can't make the ears straight, and this little guy's eyes look like they're crooked too, so, but they're so cute, even with him being a little bit weird. Look at that face. Four of those done now, so now I can either move on to the mushroom poppets, or I can move into the stress blobs. I wanted to have a dragon. I just don't think I'm gonna get to a dragon. Yeah, because I think instead of just trying to stop and finish the dragon, I'd probably rather just sit here and do the mushrooms and the stress blobs. So if I can get those done, I should be still in a good spot for tomorrow. All right, Mom, excuse the mess, but this is my setup today. You see I got my pickles, got some mushrooms. I did some new keychains, some little leggy frogs. We made some of these. You see I got new toppers. Those came in before y'all left. And then we got these little stress blobs, Mom. And then I made little hot dogs. Leggy frogs, a buttload of Yodas, and then these guys. This is my setup today, Mom. Just going to